G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza. I'm Jazza and I thought I would make a little bit of a tour of my studio setup, which is finished as of today. But that being said, I'm also very tired from having spent all day finishing off the studio setup and doing all my unpacking and organizing and sorting out and all that stuff. So as such, the video isn't going to be completely polished. I'm just going to use the camera and the mic on the camera. But I hope you enjoy a little bit of a glimpse to the little room that I make lots of random crap in and look forward to making more random crap in. So without further ado, here is the room in which I make lots of random crap. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the front door to the majestic kingdom. We'll start off in this corner. This is by the front door and it's a little kitchenette, which is lovely because in the past I just kind of had the lounge room set up as an office and it was just kind of the house was my studio, whereas now it's all self-contained. So I've got a little bar fridge which currently has nothing in it, but I will likely have all kinds of things in there. This is a kettle. It doesn't make that sound. It's just a kettle. Makes hot water though. These are some cups that are color coordinated to be primary colors, like the mural. Ooh, this is the... That'll do. You've seen a kitchen before. While we're on the topic of menial things that have nothing to do with what I do for a living, this is where I poop. That's enough of that. But of course this is the main work area, and before I go into the sections and a little more detail, first and foremost, I know some of you will have technical questions as to what programs I use, what the names of some of the equipment that I use are, and I'm not going to go into that in the video because that's boring, but I will list as much information as I can in the description. So if you're interested in anything to do with that, I'm going to try and orderly lay that out for you so you can check that out if you'd like. Otherwise, just a quick overview. This, as you can see, is my work area and my mural. Yes, you've seen my mural. I've talked about it a little too much, so this is going to be like the last video that it's spotlighted in. So I got my filing cabinet, which is where I store a lot of my archivey stuff, so all the old artworks that I've got from when I was young, and also more businessy stuff like invoices and tax receipts and income and expense spreadsheets and all that stuff. Because I'm an adult. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, we get into the nitty-gritty of it all. This is my side of the Draw with Jazza channel, where I look out and speak into the camera that would normally be up there that I'm actually holding in my hand now. But otherwise, this is what I'm looking at mostly. So I've got my lights up here that kind of bring things up a bit, which you kind of need to do when you're doing this sort of content. And as you can see, I've got 3 monitors. Previously I had 2, and I've added this little USB powered one up there just because it's been extra annoying to not have enough screen space. So the more screens the better, and I'm using this little one for kind of off the side programs like Spotify and audiobook things and things like that. Just kind of things that run in the background that I don't actually need to constantly bring up but take up a lot of screen space. Otherwise, I use this screen, which is my LCD tablet, which is a Wacom 24HD for programs, for Photoshop, for Flash, for animating, all that stuff. And over here on the right is my monitor for, you know, everything else. So something that I'm quite excited about, which is a new addition to the setup, is this thingy here. This is a microphone. It's the APHEX microphone. So first of all, I'm excited about the microphone because it's a USB3 microphone, which is different to all the other audio-based ones which are to run through an interface or a processor. And it also has compression and EQ controls on the microphone, which is really, really cool. The old microphone did a decent job, but sounded a bit muddy, so I got a bit more control over it with this. And also the stand is something I'm extremely excited about too, because with the old stand, I tended to knock it over a little more than I'd like to admit. Whereas this stand is very convenient, especially with drawing tutorials, which we'll be getting back into very soon, of course, where I can just kind of put everything into place and use it, and then just kind of put it down and forget about it and use it next time. So I'm very happy with that. Got my little corner over here with office supplies. This is a printer, these are pens, and this is water bottle and stuff. And this is my month by month calendar where I keep track of the tasks I have at hand every day and keep meticulous track of my time and set myself daily goals and things like that. If there's anything I've learned with being self-employed is that you have to be really proactive with managing your time and planning ahead, making sure that you have work ahead, and also if you don't have work ahead, what are you going to do, what project you're working on and things like that. So this is my Roland RD 300 SX piano, which I've had since I was 18, so that makes it for 7. I've had it for 7 years. And this is my Roland TD20 series drum kit, which is very fun to jam on, and now that I have it set back up again, I play on it a couple of times a day pretty much. I'll give you a really quick sample as to how my drum kit sort of works and sounds, but I will warn you that I'm going to be lazy and not wire it in through the proper recording process. I'm just going to use the camera's microphone, so it's going to sound like crap. So I'm sorry. If you want to actually see it in use with proper sound, I'll put some video annotations on the screen or links in the description that you can go check out if you want to hear my drum kit or me playing it. Otherwise, this is a really poorly planned example of it. And finally, over in this section is a little more of a businessy area, so where I keep the receipts and bills and stuff, and a whiteboard where I'm going to write things, but I haven't yet, so it's a whiteboard. I will say though that one thing I am particularly proud of that has been a very long time coming is this organization system. Oh my goodness, I'm happy with this. Look at this. These are all my cables and cords organized and categorized and color coded, and that's because only up until recently, for years and years, all my cords and cables have just been this very chaotic mess. So now I've got a system that works, that is neat and is very satisfying, and I have no idea why I'm this satisfied, but I'm really satisfied. So that's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. That is my office tour. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I look forward to using my new setup to bring you as much content and quality stuff as I can. In the past we had things like how to animate bouncing boobs and drunk with Jazza and all sorts of classy material, whereas now we're probably going to have the same sort of stuff just made in a different room.